Here we have a 2019 GMC Yukon. This one comes in satin steel metallic, Denali trim level, jet black leather interior. The powertrain consists of a 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8 engine mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. This one has over 68,000 miles on it, but only $36,000 as of today. As we come to the front end here, we do get our LED daytime running lights. We have our high intensity discharge headlamps, and then we have the halogen fog lights down below. And I like kind of what was going on here. It looks like this grill's been painted, emblems blacked out, so a nice look there. But I really like the satin steel metallic with these wheels. Now, these are aftermarket, but these are 22-inch aluminum wheels. Passive keyless entry on all 4 doors. To the door panel, power door lock controls are there. We have express down on the back windows, one touch up and down on the front, power mirror controls, and we can fold those. They do have blind spot monitors in them as well, and they have the turn signal indicator in the mirror glass. But electronic child locks and rear window locks are here. Memory seat function, Bose sound system, bottle holders, and I really like the trim here. Foot pedal parking brake, hood release. We get a power tilt telescoping steering wheel, and then headlamp controls, full 4-wheel drive controls, heads-up display controls, trailer brake controller, power adjustable pedals, lane keeping system, traction control, parking sensors. I wanted to go over everything here because that's kind of how this was equipped back in 2019. I want to make sure you see all the features that were available back then. And a side pocket here. And here's the power driver's seat with 2-way power lumbar support. But a huge thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this Yukon Denali today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that 3rd link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get to the best price on this or whatever pre-owned vehicle you might be interested in. Now, I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs, so sitting behind myself, pretty good space back here. Seat back pockets are on both sides. We have our rear AC vents, 3-prong household plug-in, 3-stage heated outboard seats. We can adjust the fan speed and all that there. 12 volts, and then pretty good storage pocket here. It's a little dark back here, so I just wanted to go through that really quickly. There's a view of the front from back here. LED lights throughout. And there's a look at the back seat, the 3rd row at least. There's a bottle holder on that side, and there are 2 bottle holders and a 12-volt on that side. And a grab handle. If you want to hang a shirt, you can. So fuel filler there. You want to put in premium if you want maximum power output, but it'll take regular. There's a look at the back end. Rear parking sensors are integrated on that back bumper. There's a cover there. That's where you can hook up your towing equipment, spare tire. There's that nice rumble in the exhaust from that 6.2. Power lift gate. And then here we have the lower latch anchors behind this cover, or not the lower latch anchors, but the top tethers if you need those for the car seats in the 3rd row. And then the anchors are on the bottom of the seats if you look closely for the 2nd row. We can power fold the 3rd row. You want to have those 2nd row seats up far enough, but you can also power release the 2nd row. This button here. Now, as we come around to the rear passenger side, you saw how I released the seat. You can actually do that from the 3rd row as well to get out. Pull this once to fold, hit it a 2nd time to tumble. So I've already folded it to tumble. You just hit it again, and then it'll go forward. Easy access to the 3rd row. And then your lower anchors right there. Now to the front passenger seat. Sorry, it's a little dirty in here. Power with two-way power lumbar support again. Little side pocket there, lockable glove compartment. The owner's manuals are still in this one. And I like the trim. I don't think it's like real wood grain, but it still looks very nice. Certainly doesn't feel like real wood grain, but it might just be laminated, I don't know. But as we come back around to the front end, just a quick look in the engine bay. And there's that 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8. Now before we hop in the driver's seat, we're just gonna show off the blinkers. There are those. And again, we get them in the side mirrors. And there are the LEDs up front. But now hopping in the driver's seat. So nice leather wrap steering wheel here. Hasn't shown really a lot of wear, which I like. There's the horn. Your hazards are right there. But to the infotainment system, you get the built-in navigation. Audio, you get AM, FM, XM. Go through the bands there. You have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto wired, XM weather, XM traffic. You can download apps. Your settings here, you can change your language. And then you have teen driver as well, along with your rear seat reminder. Backup cameras here. Guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. You have a few buttons down below. You get a CD drive as well. And then my favorite thing is being able to hit this screen, and then you can plug in something in that USB-A port and it'll be hidden behind there. Dual zone automatic climate controls are down here with your 3-stage heated cooled seats. Your rear AC controls are separate, which I like. You can control that from the back or from the front pretty much at all times. And then you can lock it there as well. But here we have our 12-volt, 2 USB-A ports. You can stow this here. 2 bottle holders. Wireless charging pad on top. Center console cubby space. There's a 12-volt and then 2 USB-A ports with an aux input. And there's a look at the back seat from up here. Now, one thing I like about this one in particular is you have the mirror to keep an eye on the kids. And then you also have the drop down that's separate for your sunglasses. It's a little loose there. And then here we have our power lift gate, the LED lights for the front, garage door transmitter, OnStar in the rear view mirror. And there's the vanity mirror. And then back up front, left side stock, blinkers. You do get automatic wipers here, so you can turn that on, push that button, and it'll tell you when rain sense is on or off. And I like that it's easy to do that as well from the stock instead of having to go on the screen in some of the newer vehicles. But you can go through all of those here, fluid, and then your rear wiper there, and then the rear fluid is this button here. Now for the shifter, just hit the brake, pull it down, reverse, neutral, drive. Then you have that low gear there. You can go through those 10 speeds with a limiter, and you can see what gear you're in that bottom right-hand corner of the digital part of the gauge cluster. Your tow haul mode's here. Press that button, and then you'll get a little light that comes on that top left-hand corner of the digital gauge cluster, letting you know you're in or out of it. And then pull all the way up for park. Behind the steering wheel on the left side, we can go through our track list or radio station presets, and behind on the right side, we can toggle volume up or down. Cruise controls here, we do get adaptive, so you can go hit this cancel button here, and that will toggle between the adaptive and the regular cruise. And then you can set your speed here, heated steering wheel toggle, and then you have the gap adjust for the adaptive cruise there. And then this side, mute, voice recognition, and then these 4 arrows go through the digital part of the gauge cluster. You can go to the options and change your units from US to metric, change what's on the info pages, so on and so forth. Heads-up display right there. You can change that info, adjust the brightness and all that. And then push button starts here. Finally, here's the key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2019 GMC Yukon Denali out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Yukon here, very luxurious ride, I think. Now, one thing I could not get going is this standard cruise. So I don't know if you can actually switch these, which would be crazy, but I cannot figure this out for the life of me. I've been trying to figure it out for about 5 minutes before I started driving. But you all let me know in the comments if you think there's a way to turn off the adaptive cruise on the 2019 Yukons. I know you can do it on the newer body style ones, but where this was pretty much new for the Yukons in this body style, like 18, 19, I'm wondering if there was just not a way to turn it off. But I'm going to give this thing a quick pull. Gonna slow it down just a tad and floor it. Here we go. So the shifts were phenomenal, very smooth. And the ride's still pretty good, even on these aftermarket wheels. But I want to give another big thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this Yukon Denali today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home though, click that third link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get to the best price on this or whatever pre-owned vehicle you might be interested in. And so far, I mean, everything's perfect in here. The ride's good, sound acoustics are good. What I'd expect from a Yukon Denali. Again, my only issue as of now is figuring out why I can't get regular cruise on here. And I'm wondering if this is one of the reasons that you were allowed to go from adaptive to regular in the newer ones, because so many people complain about it. Because it doesn't make sense however you do. I've been in the settings, I've been on the buttons and everything, and I can't get it to go back to the regular one. So this is priced right around $36,000. I think it's a pretty good time to get one of these now. It still runs good. Everything still seems to be in good shape. Again, I don't know what's up with that cruise control. I guess where I'm so used to just canceling it and that resetting it to regular, I'm just surprised that this doesn't do that. But again, when this came out, I never used the regular cruise anyway. I always liked that about these, getting the adaptive cruise. It just made you feel like $1 million just where your vehicle was stopping for you and all of that. And it just made interstate driving that much better. So I don't ever use regular cruise in my vehicle anyway, if I have adaptive. So I get that, but it's just weird that you can't turn that off. But I mean, it's a nice SUV here. You get your heated, cooled seats. You get your power seats with power lumbar, the navigation system. And even though this one doesn't have a sunroof, I don't miss it in this Denali here. I have the heads-up display. I have the adaptive cruise, the four-wheel drive, everything else. And you know, the sunroof is just kind of something that you have to fool with. It's always nice to have a sunroof unless you have one and then you don't ever use it. I know that from personal experience. But I do like the digital kind of middle part of the gauge cluster and then having traditional gauges on the tachometer and speedometer. It still gives it a nice clean feel, a nice clean look. And I mean, how this thing drives down the road is just so luxurious. It just floats. So I think it's a good time to buy one of these because it's relatively cheap. These were 60, 70, 80 grand new. And to get one for 36 grand, less than 70,000 miles, which includes a lifetime powertrain warranty from Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro, why not get it? Where the new Yukons are going, or Denalis at least, are going 85, 90 grand. Then if you get an Ultimate, you're over 100. So this one still has a lot of life left in it, and still very luxurious, very nice for it to be 7-8 years old. So with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2019 GMC Yukon Denali.